Good morning, children. How are you? How was your holidays? All enjoyed your holidays, isn't it? Yes, I know that. And you would not have even bothered about anything. You would have been, yes, playing and enjoying yourself. Very good. Holidays have to be enjoyed. So now we are back again. And we are going to start our lessons. We got only 3 months again, that is including January, February, March, and we will have the annual examination. On that basis only you will be decided to promote you into the next class. So all of you do hard work and put your mind into studies, right? Okay. So let's begin today's class with the first lesson. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, keep your books ready. Keep your textbook in front of you and take page number 7. Today we're going to learn about the lesson named Once in a Village. What is village? You have any idea what is village? Yes. Village is a place there is not much of development has taken place, like we have the facility in town or in cities. There won't be many buses, good roads, or many supermarkets or markets, hospitals. All this facility will be less there in the village. What is the beauty of a village is people are very cooperative. They're very cooperative. And whatever happens in one place, the entire locality will come to know. Because they keep talking. They talk to each other and they're very friendly. Not like the people in town. People in town are not that so much close like I feel. Even the very neighbors in cities not known each other. But in a village, they are very close to each other. They help each other. And their occupation also is something very different. So this is about a village. There was a village long ago and people used to live very happily. But then as the time passed, the people became more. So their needs were more. They wanted many things like. So as the people increased, they wanted to build more houses. They wanted more furniture. They wanted things more. So what they did, they started cutting down the trees to build houses, to make furniture for different use, for firewood, all these things. So people who were wise enough, who had the knowledge, they told, cutting down trees is going to cause a lot of problem. There are going to be a lot of issues, like there won't be rain and there won't be water. They informed the people who were doing this. But what happened? As this wise people said, one year there was no rain. People started facing problems. So, then the people in the village decided everyone will, everyone will grow a sapling. They'll plant a sapling and as the years go by, that will grow into a huge tree. And trees are our friends, isn't it? Yes, so everyone should plant a sapling. So after many years, when the tree grows, even if you are not there, they will be remembered. People who are existing will remember. They will say, yes, this is the tree which is planted by so and so. So everyone, at least a small plant you should plant in your house. People who don't have house, at least plant a small sapling in a pot. You know the uses, how it helps you You have learned in science, isn't it? Yes, gives us oxygen. So everyone should remember that we should plant a sapling, or a small plant should grow in your house, right? So now let us look into the book and read this lesson. I just give you a briefing of this lesson, right? Okay, now let's begin. Take page number 7. Once in a village, what happened? That's what it's going to be narrated. Now the story is about the village where the people used to cut down trees. They had to face shortage of water due to no rainfall. That's the content of the lesson. The story starts with a forest. You know what is forest? Where there are a lot of trees grown, and you find animals, birds, everything live together in a place. It's called a forest. The trees are thickly grown. That's called dense. Dense means thickly grown. That is called a forest. The forest was on the edge of a village. Edge means at the end. It's called the edge. It had stood there long before the village, though the village was old too. So it is a very old village. The forest was there from a very old time. The village people knew that the forest was a friend and gave them many things: fruits to eat, wood to make their homes, leaves and roots which cured them when they had fever or were hurt, and flowers which everyone loved. So many things were given. They got from the forest. They got fruits, they got the different kinds of leaves and roots which they use for curing their diseases, or when they are hurt, they take the juice and apply on that. So that way the forest was very useful. And of course, everybody loved flowers. Every person loved flowers, isn't it? Yes. But the number of people in the village grew. They needed a house to live and the fields to grow food. So as the years and days went by, there were more people. They needed more houses. They need things to make, like furniture, or they need, what else? Yeah, they wanted more field to grow food. So they began to cut down the trees. The wise ones warned them, don't cut trees. They are our friends. They look after us. If you hurt them, trouble will befall you. Befall you means there is going to be a problem. But no one listened, and soon the forest became thin and sparse. Yes, now what happened? Everybody started cutting down trees. Now we cannot call it a forest because all the trees were cut down, and it had only one or two trees here and there. It was looking sparse, like empty to us. All that was left standing were some clumps of neem and some thorn bushes. The ones which was not cut down was that few neem trees and the few trees with thorns. You know what is thorns? Yeah, which has pointed, which can poke you, like on the rose, to protect themselves from the enemies. The plant has thorns on their stems. The pointed portion is called the thorn. Then one year it happened just as the wise ones had said. So now see what happened. The people who were known to this kind of things, they had already predicted, they had already said that if you cut down trees, going to have a problem. There won't be rain. That was the year the rain did not come. So it did not rain. The people of the village looked up at the sky where the sun shone bright, too bright. Perhaps the rains are late. They said. They waited, but the weeks went by and the rains didn't come. So now the people who predicted, who have already said, now it is happening. The rains did not rain People were all looking at the sky. The sun was shining very bright. Bright means it was shining very hot and too bright it was. And people were all getting very upset, and the climate was very hot. They couldn't bear the heat. And that year there was no rain. The next year the rain didn't come. The sky was cloudless. The dazzling sun looked down from the sky. Everyone waited in vain. The sky was very bright and the sun was shining bright and there was no rain. People were all very, very, very upset, and the sun was dazzling. What is the meaning of dazzling? Shining very bright. But there was still no rain, not a drop. The grass was brown now and withered. The ponds were dry. The lotuses had dried. The ducks and the geese left the village. The river became thin and muddy trickle. See, now what happened since there was no rain? All the grass became dry and it started withering. Withering means it was all, instead of standing together, it was all separated and it started getting dry. And there was no greenery anyway. The ducks and goose and everything, they left because there was no water in the pond. And the lotus which was there in the pond had dried up and there was not a drop of water. Now, this is terrible, said everybody. Terrible means it is so horrible. Yes, everybody starts saying it is horrible. Are our troubles due to our cutting trees? The people asked. As soon as it rains, we'll plant saplings, many saplings. They promised. Yes, and we'll water and look after them. Look after them till they grow into trees. If only it would rain. Now the people in the village started taking a promise. They started taking an oath. Oath means started promising that soon as it starts raining, they all start growing a sapling. They'll plant a sapling. Sapling means a small, which comes out from the seed. That's called the sapling. The small plant is called the sapling. So they promise that soon as it rains, they will start planting a sapling. And they look after it and they'll water it till it grow big. We'll die if there is no rain, cried everybody. The trees shed their leaves and held up bare bony arms to the sky. The animals lay down silent and sad. If only it would rain, tweeted the birds. Oh, if only. Now you know when there is no rain. Sometime back we also faced there was no rain. Everybody was so frustrated. Everybody were feeling so sick and hot, and there was no water. The trees were all drying up. The crops were all drying up. There was no proper water. So the same thing happened. The animals also became very sad and they were simply lying down. All these things started happening. Trees were all bare. Bare means nothing, no leaves. They were all just with the branches on. So all these things happened when there was no rain. Scentless rain sobbed the thin muddy trickle that had once been the river. Yes. Now there was no water. It was a river which had just only had only mud was there formed. So the sobbed means started crying. Send us rain. Even the river started saying, come on, send us rain, please. Rain, come down, rain, prayed the empty fields. Rain, please, may the rain come, begged the people. There was one thought in every mind and one wish in every heart. See, the pond, the river, the trees, the people, everyone started praying, asking to send the rain down. Then one day, the one thought in every mind and the one wish in every heart began to grow in strength. See this sentence is very, very, very touchy. Like everyone had one wish, one prayer, one mind, and that grew into the strength. And what happened? This is a real thing which we should have in our life. We should work together, think together. We should have one mind, one union, and the unity will make that strength. This is what this lesson tells you about. See, and the lesson is about not to cut down trees, but you see that unity. This unity is strength. That's what they say. Even the animals, birds, everything was only having one prayer. What was the prayer? Yes, to send the rain down. I really miss you all in these circumstances, because if you are in the class, I'm able to ask you so many questions and I can expect so many answers from you. I really miss this. I really, really miss it. Now, so there was only one prayer. Everyone had only one mind, one prayer, and that was the strength. Now let's see what's happening. And okay, I'll begin that sentence once again. Then one day, the one thought in every mind and the one wish in every heart began to grow in strength. So powerful did it become that it began to rise higher and higher until it reached the sky, and there it became a shining silver cloud. See, all that prayer, all that united way of thinking, it all reached the sky and it formed as a silver cloud in the sky. Look, cried the people, gazing upwards. All the eyes were fixed on the wonderful cloud, and all with one heart, one mind they were praying. When they looked up, they found the silver cloud. They were gazing, means they were looking up, and they were saying, look up, the sky, the clouds have formed. Then the raindrops fell, pit, 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 pitter, patter, pit, pit, pit. How the rain started falling. See the sound it makes. Now it's a heavy rain. Is it trickling down? One. Can you hear? Yeah. Now it is raining. Yes. You take your fingers and you tap and you find the rain falling. That falling of rain, tuck, 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 that sound, you can make it with your 1 finger, 2 finger, 4 finger, then again 1, 2, 3, 4. You just try, you will be able to hear that raining sound. Okay. So now it started raining. Raindrops, how it fell? Pit, 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 then pitter, patter, pitter, patter, pitter, patter. That is heavy. Then pit, 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 pit. When it stops, it start as I showed you. Then when it stop also, tuck, 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 tuck. Isn't it? Yes. So that's right. Pit, 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 pit. That sound it makes. Right. Okay. They fell on the earth and on the dry grass and on animals and birds and people. Oh, the rain, the wonderful, beautiful, glorious rain, cried everybody. See the words where they used when the rain came down. Oh, the rain, the wonderful, beautiful, glorious rain, cried everybody. Cried means not they started crying. Cried means they shouted out loud. The raindrops grew bigger, thick and fast. They fell from the black clouds, and everybody lifted their arms and sang and danced. See, when it started raining, everybody were feeling so happy. They started singing and dancing. They sang and danced, but did not forget what they had promised. Soon the village was full of green saplings. Yes. Soon the village became full with saplings. They did not forget the promise what they made. They started planting saplings and they were all very happy after that. So this is published by the National Book Trust of India. Now, my dear children, please read this lesson. How many times you please read and understand, and please learn all the words. I shall give you the words. And before that, I want to tell you, I forgot to read the word meanings. So you must go through the word meanings. Just read the word meanings, because I don't have it in my book. You please go through the word meanings. Alright? Okay? So this is all for today. Now, beginning of the class, I don't want to just bug you. Just read the lesson how many times you can. Don't just keep away. As the people promised, they will plant sapling. That way you must have a promise that I will learn every day. I will read more than what I can. So then you will build up your grammar. You will able to make sentences. Now you are in the 3rd standard. So you should have more capacity of framing sentences and talking better English. Okay? Right? So take care, children. See you in the next class. Bye-bye.